And we are live. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining me. This should have held by 1 p.m. But I had a situation at home. So that's where I'm filming from. So I couldn't come on because of the noises that some repairs were taking place actually, and I couldn't come on. I didn't know there was going to be kind of repair at that point. It just had to happen. That's why we are here by 1:30. I If you can see me. Okay, I'm back. Yeah. I don't know if you heard me, but if you didn't hear me, what I said is that today is Legacy Monday Live, and I am so glad to have you here with me. Albeit we are starting by 1:30 instead of 1. I believe you heard my reason for that. And so let's just dive in. Let's just dive in. The topic says, why can't I just walk away without a word? The dangers of ghosting on your job. So in December of business, we have employees. I think we have so many. And then during December, there is a we will reshuffle the job role because they work in shifts, morning and afternoon. And because it's the season, the season, we have to reshuffle, but we have to reshuffle so that some people will take leave, and each day they take their leave, somebody can fall in. So there is a new roster is usually made within on the 25th. One staff didn't show. Remember, someone has taken a leave and then there has been shufflement. And even with that, somebody just didn't show up. Some will call the day ended, day and the day that follows. No word, no communication whatsoever. However, the text message to a colleague that I'm not coming again. Just that. The things, the things that when you look at it, in the eyes of this, they don't think they've done anything wrong. That's why I'm here. One thing I believe about young people, maybe take some actions or maybe the mistakes that they probably are ignorant of what they are doing. That's the truth. That's how I feel. I just feel that some don't even know what they are doing. So they need guidance. And that is why Values for Legacy is here. Guide every young person who subscribes to us to show you, to mentor you, to help you, to make you see perspectives, to make you realize this staff, this employee, she did. So let's have this conversation. Not two people do it. I think she should be that have done it in the past 6 to 7 years of our operation. Why do they do it? But before I go on to why, I want to ask you, watching me right now, a question. Have you ever left a job without saying anything? Or are you thinking about leaving that job right now without saying anything? If your answer is yes, what you did if you had already done it, and what you will be doing if you are yet to do it, is that you are not just leaving a job. You are leaving a hole inside a team. You did not just stop working. You put a dent on your integrity. And that is irresponsibility. Irresponsible. That is irresponsible. The fact is that, like I already said, you did not know that what you did was boring a hole in the team, causing chaos. That's what you tried to do. That's what you did. And for a team that can't manage the situation and setbacks, I'm sorry about that, please. Very. Here is why you do it. So I'm going to look at why you do it. I'm going to look at the consequences, and I'm going to look better options. Why do you do it? Why do you not just leave their job? I know that there are adults on this table, but because I'm talking to young adults, specifically working with young adults, I'll be talking in terms of young adults. So even if you're an adult already on this space, taking this kind of action, you need to listen and choose for yourself which way to go. So here is the why. Why do people leave their job without notice? One, they feel that it is just a small job and that they can be replaced easily so that someone else can replace them. It's nothing there. Is that true? That is far from the truth. That is far from the truth. It is just a small job, but you are there doing it and contributing your quota to that organization's growth. No job is too small. There is no reason why you should think that any job is too small. Do you know why? Because every job you do has a role that it is playing for your future. Job you do Your social is the relationships you have, the value you get from those relationships. So if the relationships, if your social capital is positive, you are good to go. And again, with your social capital, you can access growth opportunities. That is why you should not call any job small. As long as there is one person on that job, that one person can be a powerful social capital in the future. It might just seem like the person is unimportant at this time because of their position. But how you navigate your relationship with them, how you navigate your duties at work can impact on that person. And that adds to your social capital. As time goes on, you get to know the other importance of social capital. What I'm trying to make you understand, no matter how small, don't take it for granted. That is why I remember when I was in the bank, when I was in training for, I worked with Union Bank for some years. When I was in training for Union Bank, one of the things that one of our trainers, Mr. Machuku, I don't ever forget them, Mr. Machuku and Mrs. Oma. I don't know if anybody here that's watching me was in that training. Mr. Machuku said something that has stuck with me and hasn't left me. He said, don't look down on anybody. In fact, if you must make friends, you must make friends with the gatemen and the cleaners. Those are your number one friends you should make. The gateman and the cleaners, they can save your life. That is your social, one of your part of your social capital. So nothing and nobody is too small in any space. Number people leave their job without notice, fear, confront. So they are never want to stand one on one to have conversations with somebody, especially difficult conversations. You know, leaving your job and creating a vacancy is actually is like a difficult conversation, especially for people who don't know how, have not been taught to say no to what is not convenient for them. So many of us have been taught to accept anything we see. Many of us are these subjects that our parents choose because we are not allowed to say, to have an opinion. We had to go and do the courses. So somebody can come and be working in a hospital, never really wanted to work in a hospital because he had to do the course that he chose. I mean, the one they chose, no conversation with him, no explanation to make him see the reason why he had to do that. He can decide that he comes and so overwhelmed, he just disappears. So when you are afraid of people who are afraid to say no, because those are the people that will feel that when I say no, I'll be disappointing this person, I'll be disappointing one person or another. So maybe they may feel that they will disappoint their employer and they don't want to come and stand in front of the employer to see his disapproval of their disappointment. No, his disapproval, sorry, his approval, maybe all written on the face, showing that he's disappointed in you and all that. So what do? They ghost, they leave without. But when you like that, what happens? What happens is that you have so much to lose. I mean, it's even better you by ghosting on job. There is so much to lose. One of them is your integrity. Every years that you left without a word is going to put a question mark on who you are. And integrity is one as of who you are. There's going to be a question mark on your integrity. Like, how do you just ghost? How do you just disappear? How do you just leave without a word? You know that is because you're afraid of conversations. They won't know, they won't understand that you are afraid of disappointing this person. The mark has made. They call your name, they say that one lacks integrity, don't even bother. And this impacts on your future relationships. When you avoid such conversation, you are actually practicing cowardice. That's what you're practicing. Every time you ghost a responsibility, you're training your brain to run away from things that are tough, to run away when things get not a good place to keep your brain, because things will not get tough. You will always have those hard conversations to discuss. You will always meet obstacles that will require a confrontation. You will always meet things that will require a one-on-one. So what do you do? You keep running? Can you run forever? You can't. And that's why I'm here to help young adulthood. There's a number of years in adulthood. You're running away at this point in time. If you run away at 26, will you run away at 36? Will you definitely run away at 46? You keep running. What is that called? You become a failure. I mean, a repeating failure. You don't do that. I believe that's not what every adult should wish for in life. Another reason why we run away is of your inability to manage your emotion. So I tag the emotional burnout leading to impulsive decision making. Everything you do in life borders around emotional intelligence. Every decision you make, choice you accept or decline is related to your emotional intelligence level. So when you're burned out emotionally, you feel overwhelmed. You feel unhappy about a situation that's going on at the job. Maybe the job is too stressful, or maybe you have a problem navigating your relationship with your colleagues. The next thing you do is to just get up that morning and decide, I'm not going to work there anymore. It is too stressful. Or I'm not going to work there anymore. Those colleagues are too difficult to handle. I'm not going to work there anymore. That very colleague of mine just behaves badly. You're taking decision based on your emotion at the time. Let me tell you a story that happened to me not long ago. That's just to tell you that I'm not that should what did I call? It's not about perfection. It's not about perfection. Even me teaching you, it's not about perfection. It's about, you know, growth. It's about the process. So in December, I went somewhere. There's something I'm doing, and I went. And the lady that spoke to me, very harsh. Like there was just no reason for her to be harshness. Probably she didn't want to see anybody that morning. Probably she was unhappy either from home or something. She gave me bubbles, I tell you, without any provocation. I said, get out of my office. Do you know what I did? I just went straight to the not her superior per se, not her supervisor, but meant. So I just went to this person and I said, I don't want to be here anymore. I'm closing my eyes. That's exactly what I did. I said, this person is key where I am, this person, and this is how this person is behaving. No, 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 no. I'm stressed. I don't want the problem. Remember, stress. I don't need any problem. Make me go and start thinking of how I'm going to manage my life in this space. So please tell me, how am I going to, get back my money or something? They put it off on. So what am I trying to tell you? I'm trying to tell you that it is unwise to take decision in the heat of your emotions. Don't direct your life. So of professional ethics to abscond, see, abdicate your duties. It is not wise to just telling your superior person, employer, professionally. One of the work ethics. Many offices have their rules and policies on quitting. One of them, and the most common, is that you give a notice 1 month, 2 months, 3 months before the time that you are leaving. So that you don't create a hole that will distort things. It's just to give a notice. In that my office, the notice is, I think, 1 month or thereabouts. Yeah. You give 1 month notice. You will be leaving so time, and we count it is 1 month. So it's against professional that you just work out. You need to put in notice within the specific time. And that time you are putting in that notice, do you know what the company uses or the organization uses? The organization is using that time. You will not create a vacuum that they will need to start running helter skelter. Leave your professional, very honor, and it is irresponsible. A character, and in case in recommendation was confident enough to tell them that she worked with. Why? Because her integrity in that space. So any day, if we happen to miss we will just at the very time we see that mail, we rush to respond. We make sure we respond and giving her the recommendation that she deserves, which is that one, she's a person of integrity and of good character. You live without a word, when you live without anything, we'll be able to do that for you. Here are the consequences of ghosting. Ghosting is actually leaving a job without saying anything to anybody. You turn to a ghost. So here are the consequences of ghosting. Number one, your reputation. Your reputation. Maybe they hear this, they leave that person a beg. That one no follow. Is that what you want for your name? Your reputation gets damaged. Word spread. Word spread. And future employers may hesitate to employ you.